Hello. Oh, I see a magic tuna ball. Hello. I was getting complaints that I didn't have the chat on. Yeah, well, I'm very new to this. This is the first time I'm going live, like ever, on anything. So yeah, bear with me here. At least I got the chat box working, okay? But how can I see who's also here? Like there are two people here. Oh, need to change name. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, magic tuna ball is very like catchy. You know why change it if it's working for you, whoever you are. And who's also in the chat? Can I see that? How can I see that? Or I can't. Is it a secret? Anyway, I wanted to have like this open line if somebody wants to ask a question. Like anything psychology related, obviously. So if you want to do that, need to change name. Yeah, you can guess. Okay. So if you want to ask a questions, psychology related, I will be happy to answer them because I'm trying this out for these two people who are online. I only see one. I thought I could see everyone who was like watching this live feed, but apparently not. Well, actually, I got the one before who said I was a complete boomer because I didn't have the chat box open, so yeah. At least I figured that out. So, anyway, for these two people who are joining, I can start with some questions that were sent to my Mind Therapy account on my Instagram. So, I had this question. I had this question from this guy. He's from Iceland. He says that his girlfriend is very passive. She never wants to do stuff anymore, and they've been together for 1 year. And every time he suggests doing stuff, she's always tired or she cancels last minute. Well, I would maybe have a word with her and see what is like the problem. Is he a little bit depressed, or is it you, or is it the relationship, or is it the home life, or is it, I don't know, her work life, her study life? Like, I would, I would ask a little bit about it, like, because why are people always afraid to just ask a question, like, is it you, or is it something else? It sounds a little bit depressive. If she's passive, and always tired, and always canceling, it sounds a little bit depressive. So maybe that's that. So ask her and then come back and tell me what happened. And then I got another question. My sister is feeling very stressed because of her studies and she's a single mom. How can I help her? Well, I think it's very sweet that you want to help her. So I would do the same. I would like, because we all deal differently with stress. So I would ask her, like, how can you help her? Like, if it was me feeling very overwhelmed, I would love for people to just do something for me to kind of like unload the burden. So maybe she's the same, or maybe she's completely different. Hey, honey. Oh, hi, Maltem. Glad you could join here. Yeah, so happy to see you here. So yeah, maybe you can ask about it, like, because we all have our different love languages. And then maybe she wants like this act of service, or maybe she wants to be spoken to, be encouraged, or maybe, I don't know, she just need like quality time, like with you. Maybe that could also like unburden. How can I handle work stress the best? Ooh, work stress. Yeah, well, that is a really great question, and it's been a big theme in my line of work this day. So I would always ask the question, is it you or is it the work? Because if it's the work, if there's like too much to do, then I would talk to the manager and ask if you can, like, I don't know, get a little bit less assignments for the now time being, so you can kind of like get your head above the water. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit if it's work stress, like if it's the workplace, or is it you? Are you like feeling a little bit low, feeling a little bit like, I don't know, lacking some energy, or have you been, I don't know, working too much, not like only like at the workplace, but maybe also doing something else? So I would kind of dig a little bit deeper into that, because always if it's the workplace, then you always have to talk to your manager and be a little bit open about it. And I had many clients that have dared to have the conversation And then when they do, they kind of like get the workload a little bit less for some time until they get the head above the water. And then you can start like taking more projects in when you feel a little bit better. What is it? That's great info. Haven't tried that yet. I just started on my justice. It might just be stacking up too much. Exactly. So yeah, talk to your manager. Tell your manager if you can slow it down a little bit for the time being until you like, you know, get a little bit hands off it. Because 6 months, that's not a lot of time. So I would keep the pace a little bit down so you don't go down with stress. And use your breathing. Count to 4, breathe out through the mouth slowly because then you're going to lower your pulse. And always when we're stressed, our breathing becomes very superficial and sometimes we hold our breath. So it's really good to use that every day. And kind of like maybe like register your thoughts a little bit. What is stressing you out the most? So any more questions? The connection is bad. What? Is the connection bad? Well, I can't do anything about that. I'm not in IT. I'm just a psychologist. I'm sorry, madam. You have to talk to your internet company. I'm so sorry about that. I can't help you with that. Nope. Okay, I don't know what the Magic Tunable was talking about. Okay, that was a great comment. Nope. So any more questions? Else I'm going to read one more question that came to my Mind Therapy account. This is a good one. Maybe you can join in for that. I've been in a situationship with a guy for a year. He does not want a relationship, he says, but I'm sure he will change his mind. A year is a long time, but okay. But 2 weeks ago, I found out that he was seeing another one at the same time as me during the summer. I confronted him about it and now we are exclusive. Do you think he will change his mind about relationship? Oh, no, that's a bad one. I would say this is really bad. Because usually men, they figure out if they want to be with a person within like, let's say 3 to 6 months, depending on how frequently you're seeing each other and how well you're getting connected and get to know each other. So I would say by this time, he should know. And if you're seeing somebody else when you've been dating for almost a year, I would say that is a really bad sign, I'm sorry to say. Yes, and I know that Melte will agree with me. She will be like, no, lose this guy like now. So yeah, so I'm sorry, no, that's a no. Any more questions? Melte, you must have some question. Oh, there's a thumbs up, wow, amazing. From who? How can I see that? Okay, maybe I'm a little bit boomer at this. Need details. I gotta go. I'm assuming this is gotta go. Gitiki, I gotta go, but I will catch. Catch what? Okay. Okay, Rökkvitor. Nice that you said hi. Okay, Magic Tunable said hi. Hi again. So, give me some more questions or I will find something here on my Instagram account. Okay. This is a good one. So I've been seeing this girl for like 6 months and because she has been not showing so much interest, I decided to back out a little bit and because I backed out a little bit, she started to chase me. Wow, this is so typical. This is so typical. So what happens in this kind of scenarios often, if it's a situationship, relationship, even marriages, oh, there's another question, great, is that when one person gets a little bit like, I don't know, not loses interest, but gets a little bit pulled back, then the other person gets insecure and then the other person starts to chase a little bit or be a little bit like needy or, yeah, so this is very common in these dynamics. And I've seen this a lot even in like marriages that have been like going on for like years. If one person is a little bit down and then they pull a little bit back, the other person like comes even stronger onto that person because they feel a little bit insecure. So yeah, how can I get Rökkvi to game more with me? Oh, sometimes he behaves like a bitch when he loses. Oh, okay. Maybe Aruna DO4, maybe you can ask him to game a little bit more with you. And yeah, behaves like a bitch. Okay, is he like, you know, throwing tantrums? Can you elaborate a little bit? Or is he being like verbally abusive? Or how is a bitch behaving, especially when it's a guy? Yeah, I would need a more like depth into that. And while you answer that, How do I handle a breakup? Oh, this is a good one. So the most easiest answer here is to focus on yourself. Because if you didn't want the breakup, especially when you start focusing on yourself, like being the best version of yourself, I know it sounds very cliche, but then the dynamics change again and your energy changes, and then that person sees that and they often want to come back. So go to the gym again, because I know who you are. Go to the gym again, go see your friends, maybe do a little bit glow up. You taught me actually that word, like, go have a haircut, buy some nice clothing. I don't know, like eat well, be healthy, do a dry January. I'm doing that. Cheers to coffee. Yes, I'm suffering here. Hopefully somebody is suffering with me also. So it is a cliche, but really, because I had so many clients that had come to me because they've been very sad because of a breakup. And as soon as they start putting focus on themselves, it's unbelievable how like the dynamics changes, because the other person who's sitting back, they kind of see that person like glow and go through this like personal development, and then they want that, so it really works. And I know it's really hard, but I had a guy who told me, like, it was like a young guy, he said to me, like, I don't want to go to the gym, but I just force myself to go and then I feel better. I was just like, it sounds so simple, but it is like that. Why is dry January good? Oh, that's a good question, but actually it detoxes the liver a lot. And it also makes you focus on new things, and your mood gets better, your energy levels get better, so it's really good overall. There is some research showing that even though it's just a month or whatever, you really get to like reset the system a little bit. I was reading this, I think yesterday. And then also, when you change some behavior, it doesn't matter what it is, like you skip alcohol, you skip sugar, you go more to the gym or whatever, but whenever you change some behavior, you channel your energy in like another direction. So like I'm doing this dry January, so tomorrow I'm going out with my friends, no, sorry, Friday, but I'm not going to drink, so I'll probably be very fresh on the Saturday, so probably I will go to the gym on Saturday, but versus if I would be drinking, I'll probably not go to the gym on Saturdays, which is really good for me since I gained some Christmas kilos, yay! A power duo, me and Rocco are like power duo, but we are competitive. Maybe that's why we both get kind of angry. How can we deal with that? Keep playing until we win to feel rewarded. Oh, wow, that's a really deep question. Maybe you and Rocco should come to a couples therapy. I don't know if you're a girl or a boy, because your profile picture is a goat, I think. So, Aruna D04, yeah, maybe it would be good for you to come to a couples therapy and how to kind of like deal with your anger issues, you and Rocky. That would be really good. Can you say hi, Vilas? Hi, Vilas. Are you a client of mine, or are you just a random person? Whatever, like, hi. Do you have a question for me, Vilas? Yeah, I think Rocky, he has kind of like, well, to my knowledge, he's very mellow. I haven't seen him upset like recently, so I think he's really good to talk with, because I heard his mother is a psychologist, so I think you should actually like address these issues with him. I struggle with hygiene. I game 15 hours a day and shower once a month. What can I do? But whoa, okay, 15 hours a day. So this is like a profession? Wow, okay. What can I do about that? Shower once a month. Yeah, you should definitely shower more, because when you shower, you feel better about yourself. And why do you struggle with hygiene? Like, is it something you don't want to do? Or is it because you're a little bit maybe sad? Because when we're a little bit sad, we kind of like do not take care of ourselves. So what is it exactly about? Can you elaborate a little bit? Because I game, and when I get off the game, I'm too tired. Do you maybe have a gaming addiction, you think? Or is this your job? Because 15 hours a day. I could do a couple sessions with Rocco, and maybe this will get our mental up when gaming and playing with each other. Yes, actually, that's a very good idea, because if you also do a session with me, I can give you some tools how to optimize your gaming mindset, or not maybe mindset exactly, but your gaming skills, because this is all here in the mind, so I could definitely give you some tricks. But I need to know with eye trapping 734. Wow, very creative names here. Like, how did you think of that? Eye trapping. Were you trapped in something? No, sorry, Lil Travis. No, sorry, I don't have my glasses. Yeah, I'm thinking how you can be gaming 15 hours a day. That's my question. Is it your job, or is it maybe a little bit addiction, or what do you think? I should maybe put on this speaker that I had connected here. Since I have it. Yeah, because there are some things you can do to optimize your gaming. Sorry, my mic was muted. That was not good. So thank you for that. Magic Tunable. Yeah, I turned off the micro. I was trying to connect it, but yeah, obviously I couldn't do that. So sorry. I will not do any more IT stuff now. I will do it next time. Ooh, Denmark. Nice, Lucas. Hi, how are you? I hope the microphone is working. Your mic is muted. Okay, yes. I hope the sound is on now, right? Isn't it? Can you tell me if the sound is on? You guys? Somebody? Or you don't hear me? Anything? Oh, sound is on. Netherlands. Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm good. Yeah, don't worry, it works. Okay, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Krokaslep. Wow, these are very creative names, like Krokaslep, Lucas Christiansen. That sounds like very good. Magic Tunable, like wow. I mean, what a name. So, give me some more psychology questions, you guys. I want more elaboration about this gaming thing. I'm very curious about this gaming 15 hours a day. Who can do that? Who has time for that? Like, wow, it's incredible. I can barely like do a Nintendo Super Mario Bros. Like 15 minutes a day. No, it's the Dutch word for crankshaft. Well, okay. Okay. Very creative. So, you guys, give me some questions. Engine part. Ah, okay. Well, it's a created name anyway, so I would say that. Wow, Netherlands, that's amazing. Can you put on some flags where you're from? I'm very curious. I know there are some people from Denmark, and there was a guy from Iceland. I don't know what happened to him. And now we have Netherlands. How old are you? Oh, I'm probably old enough to be your mom, Lucas Christiansen. Is that a psychology related question? Come with a psychology related question. I can also check my Instagram because I have some questions there. How can I... okay, anxiety. That is a good one. So, how to make the anxiety less? Well, you have to figure out like what is causing the anxiety. Is it like a undiagnosed ADHD? Is it like anxiety about people, social anxiety? Is it anxiety like generalized anxiety about like whatever? Or is it speaking anxiety? Some people have speaking anxiety. Or what is the anxiety about? That would be like very good to know. But you can do some mindfulness practices. So if you're really having a bad time with your anxiety, you can focus on 5 things, you know, like because we focus with our senses, so you can look at something, you can actively listen to something, you can smell something, you can taste something, like a great decaf or something in dry January, or you can use your breathing, because breathing is actually the easiest way to regulate the nervous system and kind of relax the nervous system. So you do this count to 4 and then you breathe out through the mouth very slowly, because then you lower your pulse and then your anxiety gets less. So I hope that answers your question, but I would like more like details about the anxiety. So I'm currently studying in IT and I'm almost done with my studies. A friend of mine has been working in logistics for some months and gets promoted to IT before I get a job. I feel I want to hurt him. Oh, wow. But why? Because you're almost done, because has been working, I guess promoted to IT. Ah, okay. But I think perfectly. I think if you would be happy for your friend, then you would like kind of then your energy is better and you kind of like go out with that like more positive energy. And why do you want to hurt them? Because you're finishing your studies, you haven't finished them. I mean, so I think that is a really good thing. I mean, if you're finishing a study in IT, that's amazing. I mean, when do you finish? You should be happy and excited that you're finishing. And I know sometimes we can be a little bit jealous when somebody else gets something we want, but we should really be happy for people because that means that we want it as well. And then we're also like, pouring out more positive energy. What is this? What is the best way to talk to women? I get excited when talking to women because of the cancel culture. It has never been easy trying to talk to women. Okay, best way to talk to women. Okay, is it like a woman you know or is it somebody you don't know? Let's say somebody you know a little bit. I would try to build up this emotional connection. And I want to tell you one thing. This is like very important. We women, we are not actually that complicated. You know what? I have single women, amazing, beautiful women with like, they are like smart, they're funny, and they are like, the whole package. The only thing they want is an interest. If you're a normal, decent looking guy, this is the only thing they want, is an interest, One of my friends, she stopped talking to one guy on Tinder that she was really interested in because he was not responding. And she was like, okay, what am I doing? And another of my friend, she stopped talking to another guy because also he stopped interacting, even by text. So actually, we are not that complicated. We just want interest. That's it. Ask some questions to this girl or woman that you like, show interest. If you're texting on social media, hi, how's your day? Like, did you have a good new year? Start like small and then you build up this emotional connection. If you want that, if that's what you want, Arun. Now I know that, I think you're a guy. I mean, I can't really tell with a goat, but maybe you're not a guy. Who knows? I don't have any issues with talking to women mostly because I just see them as equals. Oh, that's a good point. And you can also use this mindfulness practice when you're standing in front of a woman. Use your senses because sometimes we get way too much in our head. Like, oh my God, am I swearing? Oh my God, am I talking too loud or am I talking too little? So if you really focus on the person in front of you, then you connect more with the present moment and then you don't get too much into your head. And then maybe you are more present also in the conversation because sometimes when you're shy, you don't say so much because you're way too much in your head. And then the woman thinks you're uninterested, in her. So I would try that. I don't have any, because he doesn't know anything about IT. He gets a job. Well, if he doesn't know anything about IT, he's probably going to get fired soon. And then probably the job is yours, right? So I wouldn't worry so much about it. I mean, because if he doesn't know anything, he's going to get stressed very easily, probably. And I think this problem resolves itself. Not that I wish him to be fired. I don't know him, but I think if you really want that job, and you're better qualified. I do actually know IT stuff. Are you together or you Krúkala ship? Oh, sorry, Krúkala slap and Pefli. Are you talking about each other? Be happy for your friend and maybe ask him some questions. He could help you with your future job maybe. Oh, wow, good one, Aruna, DO4. Some men just don't listen really. It's really, it's baffling. Okay, yeah. I never talked to a woman either, but when I tried, they couldn't leave me. Oh, okay, that's good. Good for you. Women in general, I can talk to my mother and my grandmother. Women just sound so difficult. They're not difficult, I'm telling you. They just want interest. Oh my God, I'm going to show you my friend. She's single and she really wants a person in her life. She just wants interest. That's it. Interest in her life. I mean, seriously. I mean, look at this. Do you see that? I mean, seriously. Interest. Hello. Interest. That's it. Building this emotional connection. Texting. Hi, how's your day? Did you have a nice Happy New Year? How's your work going? Do you like your work? Just this basic, really basic questions to build up this emotional connection. I mean, really. We are not so difficult. I mean it. My friend had 2 kids with a guy who just showed interest. I mean, that's it. And then she was going to leave him, but then he stepped her up again and showed her a lot of interest and they stayed together. I mean, hello. I mean, there is this cultural differences based on the country culture. Yeah, that is true. That is true. So no, we are not. Haha. So look at the woman in the picture. It's not that difficult. I'm the same age as Rökkvi. Ah, okay. So you know each other. Okay. Well, these have been really great questions. Do you have more questions? I think I answered everything, I think. But this anxiety about talking to women, that's what you have to work on. So when you have anxiety talking to a woman, instead of focusing on the bodily symptoms, you can focus on your breathing. You know, it doesn't have to be deep breathing in front of the lady, so she's thinking like, what the hell is happening? Sorry, my language, but it can be that you're focusing on that there comes a little bit air through the nose, like just a little bit, because then you're connected to the present, and then you're relaxing your nervous system, and then it's easier for you to talk. Does it make sense, or was this like too difficult to understand? It's part of mindfulness, because everything that gets in our way is our thinking usually, and this thinking about the future, because anxiety is related to future thinking. Oh my God, will she notice that I'm trembling? Oh my God, will she notice that I'm not good at talking? Oh my God, this and that, you know, it's future thinking. But when you connect to the present moment, there is no anxiety almost, because you're just being. You're just looking at the woman, the girl, and you're just talking to her. That's it. It sounds very simple, but it's a practice. It's a mindfulness practice. So when you're good at mindfulness, you become better partner, better friend with Rökkvi, better everything, better sibling, better son, daughter, everything, because you're more in the present moment, more connected with people. So I hope that made a lot of sense. So give me some more questions. You're on fire, you guys. I mean, seriously. Those who haven't left this convo at least. Look at yeah, exactly. Should we talk about what should we talk about next? Maybe bad dating? Do you have some bad dating experiences? Because we can also actually, yeah, connection is the key. Exactly, that is it. Emotional connection. That's what all women want, and probably men. So how to build that? You start like by interacting, show interest. That's it. Like my friend told me, she really liked this guy. Here in Copenhagen, they were texting, and then suddenly he stopped texting, and then she lost the interest. She's like, what's the point, you know? But like women are different. They want to be, I know it's 2026, but they still want to be chased a little bit. Like my coworker here also told me, she had a crush on my hallway neighbor. It's good that they're not on this live thingy here. And she was kind of losing interest because he was not showing interest. But then he started showing interest, and then they actually met for a date. I mean, is it difficult? I don't think it's so difficult, right? So give me your feedback on this. What do you think about that? Showing interest. Is it difficult? So breathing helps with anxiety. I haven't tried that yet. Well, you have to breathe. Yes, exactly. It's the only thing keeping you alive. So today I had 4 meetings at my job because I got hired as IT worker. Wow, congratulations. At a logistic firm. Oh, so this was about you. So you are Pefkil's frenemy. Wow, I mean, plot thickens. I get anxiety talking for big groups. Ah, that is very common actually. It's called speaking anxiety. So when you're speaking in front of large groups, you can use these tools that I told you about. So it's either like you focus on something, maybe a friendly person in the room, maybe like this Pefkil, if he would be in the room, or she, I don't know. Then you can look at him, a friendly face, and then you can really focus on that, you know. And then the breathing really helps, like this, just feeling that there's a little air coming here, like. And before I would speak, I would maybe like be a little bit alone in the room, and I would do like deep breathing, because then you're kind of like preventing like the nervous system to go up. And then you can also like feel your feet on the ground. That is also a very good grounding exercise to lower anxiety. So all these things you can use when you're doing this big talks in front of a group, and you have to think about, it's about the content. It's not about how you are, but it's about the content you want to deliver. Does it make sense? Because now I'm focusing, this is the first time I'm going live ever in my life, and I'm just focusing on the content, and hopefully I can help some people instead of thinking about like, I don't know, what could go wrong, because so many things went wrong anyway. So, what is else? I only dated one girl and I feel like she really wants me. Oh, we're still together. Good for you. Could she be the one? Of course she is. I can tell you what is most likely for a relationship to last is 3 things. It has to be physical attraction. So you can have a lot of, intimacy unless you're asexual. I'm not talking about that, but that creates like a connection, and because you release a lot of like, good hormones. So it like kind of fosters these connections and keeps it going. So physical attraction, number 1. Number 2, personalities, they kind of have to match. Not that like if you're an introvert and she's an extrovert, it's fine, but they're kind of somehow aligning, they match. So if you're very conscientious, you're hardworking, and you are good at tidying up, you want to perform well at your work, you want to perform well at your relationship, then you probably don't match well with a woman or a partner who is not on that level. So you're not aligned, So personalities, they need to match. And the third thing, you have to have shared values. So let's say a value of yours is like ambition and career, and if she doesn't have that, then it's probably not so aligned. And let's say she wants to have 5 kids and you also want to have 5 kids, amazing, then you're really aligned with values. If she doesn't want to have kids, you want to have kids, then you're not aligned and it's going to cause problems in the future. So shared values, physical attraction, personalities need to match, and I will add the bonus thing, if you have something to like work towards together, like some kind of plans. Maybe you want to, I don't know, build a house, or maybe you want to travel to Asia, or maybe you want to like something to work together towards. That is really like the bonus. I like women that I can bond with, share interest about. Yeah, that is exactly shared values. Like the typical relationship is just not enough to keep it together. Many people forget it's just for the moment and not long term. Yeah, that's true. You have to have like these 3 things. You're completely right, Krukaslap 7058. I have stage fright, I think it's called. Stage fright, yeah. It can be that, but it can also be the speaking anxiety. But you should try these methods. It really works. And then you can have something like, because feeling is also one of these things to like connect to the present. I'm going to show you what I have. You bear with me. So this is called like a fidgety ring. So because I told you there are like 5 things that can like connect, you can connect with the present moment with, and one thing is feeling. So this is also really good, just like focusing on this, and it's very like subtle, nobody sees it almost. So you're just like, feeling how this comes to your skin instead of be overthinking, because it's usually like this overthinking and thinking about the future, worst case scenarios, that is kind of maintaining or reinforcing anxiety. So you can also use that, but feeling can also be just like feeling your feet on the ground, or feeling like some kind of thing that you hold, like a pen or something. Now I only have like this lipstick thingy, but something that you like are focusing on. So think about the senses. Whenever you get anxious, think about the senses, because we sense with our, like it's all in the face almost, like we sense with our eyes, we look at something, we listen to something, smell something, taste something, and then the breathing is like very important. So I would do it all this before, and then when you are on the stage, you like do this breathing like that nobody can see, because then you're relaxing your nervous system. Okay. I had a relationship with a woman from Japan, but that ended because of health issues. Oh, your health issues or her? I'm sorry to hear. Okay, then Arun says that makes sense. I hope it doesn't make sense with the relationship, but what I said. Me and Pepki went to Japan and Korea. Oh, wow. Who are you? I'm so curious, if you know Rocco especially. I wish the best for you together. Okay. I had the same meaning. I has the same meaning in like a fidget spinner. Exactly. I call it anxiety rings, and it's really good. I've given it to a lot of kids that I'm working with, because then they're kind of like focusing on these sensations instead of being like in your head overthinking a lot of like things, But it would be nice to know, what are you overthinking when you are like on the stage? What are you thinking before? What could go wrong? And then maybe we could take that thought as an example, because I work mostly with the thoughts. She had stuff with her heart. Oh, passed away. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Sorry for that. That sounds yeah. Well, I don't think you're so old, so that's a little bit tragic. Yeah. Okay, so it's mostly because of the speaking in front of big crowds are the higher ups at the company. Ah, okay. No, like it's not about moving on. Yes, okay, but like it's also the more you do it, the better you're gonna be at it because it's training. Like when I was in the university, I almost never did this speaking in front of people. So when I did it, I was like so nervous. So I wish I had done it more frequently because like whenever you do something more frequently, you face your fear, it becomes less. But you have to have some tools because it's not enough to just like go on stage and then you don't have any tools and then maybe things go wrong and then you like be afraid of like that scenario, you know what I mean? So because now you have some tools, it's going to be easier and then it's going to be easier every time you do it. Life is more about moving on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was some great questions you had. Do you have some more for me? I'm waiting. Maybe I'm gonna go. Can I see who's in the chat or can I not see? If I press this like thing, no, I can't see. You have to be in the chat box so I can see it, right? Yes, somebody called me a boomer before, so probably that's right. But at least I'm here, I'm showing up. I hope the algorithm boosts the stream. It's only 5 viewers at the moment. Yeah, exactly. I like that Krukaslap. I mean, this is the first time, so hopefully there will be more people next time. Maybe I should advertise that on my Instagram. Are you following me on Instagram? You have to be there. Let me see, this mind therapy? See. Are you there following me? Then I can put the question box and then I can also like, advertise the live stream. To overcome social anxiety, just try to talk to random people. That works for me. Yeah, that is actually true. When you have social anxiety, you should start with a low-hanging fruit. And maybe the low-hanging fruit is talking to random people when you're going out of the door. Like maybe there's somebody walking their dog, just like, hi, good morning, because this is like the low-hanging fruit is the easiest thing to do, hopefully. So always think about what is the easiest thing, and then you force yourself into the social situations, but you have to have your tools. You have to have like these mindfulness practices or tools, and then it's going to be easier for you. But it is true what Pefkil says, the more you face your fears, the less it's going to be. And especially, like I said, with the right tool set. So the algorithm can boost the stream. Okay, wow, that's interesting. Yes. Okay, guys. So any final questions? I don't use Instagram, get enough corporations selling my data already. Okay. Okay, that's good. How old are you? I mean, really, you have some big jobs and yeah. And where are you? I'm assuming you're in Iceland or you're not in Iceland. Since you know Rökkvi? I'm very curious. I'm 23. Okay, wow. And are you in Iceland? I'm curious. You should drop a flag. I know there was somebody in the Netherlands. They probably left. Or did they not? I'm going to see. I can scroll up. No, I don't see. Ah, Belgium. Okay. Ah, you're a Dutch guy. Okay, wow, amazing. Okay, interesting. So, any last questions or are we gonna wrap this up? What do you think? And I'll be better prepared next time. I will. Belgium, okay. Good, I didn't start speaking Icelandic because I was sure you're from Iceland. Me and Rökkvi have a game with each other. Still live. Ah, okay, wow. That's very interesting. So you know Rökkvi for a long time. Okay, that's good. Well, you guys, it's been nice chatting with you, and I'm gonna leave it now unless you have like last questions. None from me. Thanks for answering. Good. Okay. So let me know. Yes, always stayed loyal to him. Okay. Have a nice evening, I guess. Okay. Thank you so much. We'll do this again on Friday. Yes, I mean, it's like January. We have to have something fun going on. Okay, see you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.